All right, here we have HaYom. These are sayings by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. It says, when you learn Torah and you're doing the commandments, it's a wonderful thing. We should really be bragging. We're better than everybody else, right? We're religious. We do the Torah. We're not making mistakes like everybody else. We got it all right, right? Says the Rebbe, not so. Says you should never, there's no one you could pride yourself on. Very famous story. I'll tell you a very famous story. It says in the Talmud, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was a tremendously holy person. Yochanan ben Zakkai. He saved basically Judaism when the temple was destroyed, second temple, as he reestablished Torah in Yavna, etc. All of his life, he was just holy, helping people, doing Torah and the commandments. As he was on his deathbed, he said to his pupils, I don't know if I'm going to go to heaven or hell. I don't know. And so the question is asked, why in the world would he say a thing like that? He says, because his whole life, he was so busy doing good that he never had time really to consider. He didn't think about himself at all. He wasn't thinking about, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to really go to heaven. I'm going to do this. I won't do that thing because I'm going to burn in hell. Never thought about that. It never occurred in his mind. It was just working constantly to do more and more good. Now, one moment before he was dying, he thought to himself, listen, maybe everything I did it from selfish reasons. I did it because I liked it. I just didn't have any pleasure in, running around, going to parties, taking drugs or, stuff like that. I didn't have any, I just I'm a studious person. I like Torah. I like commandments. Maybe I just did it for myself. Therefore, he said, maybe I'm not going to go to heaven. Maybe I'm not going to go to hell. So the last second of his life, he can't fix it up now. It's too late to fix it up. Right? I mean, I guess he could regret. He could repent. I guess a person repents one moment before they die, says it forgives their sins. So maybe it could be. So it says, but the point is that why did he even make a consideration like this? Because his whole life he never made any considerations. He never thought about it. It's like a new thing. He never really considered this. A new problem that he had never met before. Right? Wow. What happens after you die? I'm going to go to heaven. He never thought about it. He was only thinking every second about how to serve. He said, we have to work strenuously all the time with patience and with, calmness, pleasantness. We can succeed in everything with God's help. If you have a denigrating attitude toward others, you think you're better than anyone else, and you inflate your own importance, then you can lose everything. You become haughty, because our purpose in the world is to, first of all, be a good example, to be happy, to be friendly, and to encourage other people not to think so much about themselves, to think about what's true, what's right, what's good, to improve the world according to the Torah. That's what people, and if we're a bad example, we're thinking about ourselves, then a bad example is very easy to learn from, very easy to learn from. But it says, therefore, if you denigrate, if you have a superior attitude toward other people, think other people are in any way inferior to you, and if you inflate your own importance, then you lose everything. You can lose everything. You lose everything you have. You become everything you did becomes just a bad example. Let's now do a story. Oh, well, the story. Here we go. Story. 1 second. Stop the share.